But seriously, folks, this is a story all about how Amazon didn't deliver my fucking package, and now I had to sit here and figure out how I was going to record this podcast for everyone. Welcome to the second Turnbuckle podcast. I'm a little angry today. I feel like it's valid. Fuck Amazon.
Yeah, he's been flaming.
Yeah.
It was 2 3-foot cables. How do you not able to deliver 2 3-foot motherfucking cables?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you know how much I bought on Amazon since damn pandemic started and everything's been closed?
Probably everything, to be honest.
Every fucking thing.
Just like most people.
Even people.
Whoa, okay, that went deep.
That went south real quick.
Yeah.
That was the deep web Amazon. They don't have Prime.
Dark web Amazon. Amazon dark web Prime.
Hey, no, they don't have Prime.
They don't have Prime, he said.
They don't have Prime.
That should be like on a sketch comedy show.
Yes, it should.
Anyway, we're really here to talk about Clash of Champions and how I was right. Kirk said I was right in the group chat, so I'm waiting for him to tell me.
Very much right.
I'm waiting.
You were very much right. I did not have high enough expectations for the storyline that was told in the Roman and Jey episode, and we're going to expand on that on Saturday. We're not going to cover that in extreme length here.
We're not. I just wanted it to be acknowledged now, and I'm going to mention it again on Saturday, and I'm going to expect the same response. Again, us here at Top Guy Management Group, we know a good story will.
Absolutely. Top Guy Management represent.
Always. Anyway, I'm here with the captain and everyone's favorite personal assistant, Mr. Stock Monkey Mike.
Hey, it's better than being the assistant to the assistant general manager. Shout out to The Office.
Yo, that was whack. Wasn't that like that was on Raw? Was that Raw? SmackDown? That was the Laurinaitis era.
Oh yeah.
Because
that was
it was Laurinaitis was the general manager of both shows, and then Torres was assistant, and then Teddy Long was like Eve Torres's, and it was whack. Anyway, I think this is our first episode since the news has broke. Speaking of Laurinaitis, we just want to send our deep condolences to the Laurinaitis family. For those of you who don't know, we are a little late, but for those of you who don't know, Joe Laurinaitis, also known as Road Warrior Animal, has passed away from natural causes. I'm assuming, I haven't heard anything. Says it was linked to COVID, but we do want to send out our prayers, thoughts, and condolences to that family, as well as wrestling fans around the world.
Absolutely. An absolute icon in tag team wrestling, for sure. And now they're both passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
Now they're both selling in heaven.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah.
You had to go there.
I mean, what else was I gonna say? No, they no-sold the shit out of everything.
That's true.
And I mean,
I already gave them the legendary rub. We can criticize after that. We can recognize their accolades and their contributions to tag team wrestling, and then criticize them after.
I mean, but honestly, did they have to sell?
No, they had like one of the best finishers on the planet. All they had to do was hit it and leave, and then everybody would have been fine.
Honestly, I feel like the only person there's only 2 people in the world that the Road Warriors should have sold to. That's Undertaker and Haku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else can be no sold.
Well, who's going to try and tell them no? They were huge.
Undertaker and Haku.
Well, Undertaker, you don't mess with Taker.
As we've noted in our Undertaker retrospective series and our last ride reactions that you can find on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcast. might as well plug our own shit. We're plugging shit.
Oh yeah, you could find us on Anchor. The best thing ever.
We have an ad for that.
That's true, yeah. Which is done by the one and only Champ.
Of course. So guys, Clash of Champions 2020. First of all, let's talk about what we didn't see. SmackDown Championship match, Bayley versus Nikki Cross, and the Women's Tag Team Championship matches were both pulled from the card. No reason was given, but we're all assuming that it was COVID related.
I think Nikki Cross was, I think that one was guaranteed, and then Shayna and Jax pulled out for different reasons.
So, I mean, if one of them pulled out, the match couldn't happen. So
right, exactly.
Nia Jax did say that Shayna Baszler was expecting on Twitter, but she's a bit of a troll.
Yeah, she was joking.
Of course.
Was she though? Like,
maybe.
I don't know. Nia Jax is a relationship status. What's a relationship?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Does she even have one?
I don't know. She might. We didn't know that what's her name? Tegan Knox was in a relationship for a long time.
Don't remind me.
She is in a relationship, but I forgot with who. Juice?
No, she's with a
That's
girl.
Toni Storm. Oh, right.
Yeah, she came out on Twitter.
Wow. Okay.
She's also a sweetheart.
Okay, we're just.
I love to.
We're coming out on Twitter now. I mean,
apparently.
Yeah.
But like Tegan Knox is a sweetheart. I don't think she got a whole ton of hate for it.
So, also, like my glass broke, so I can't see what I'm fucking reading right now. Wikipedia gives me no information.
Thanks, Wikipedia.
Poor guy. He's just trying to read a blurry screen. Like, fuck this shit.
I can see squiggles.
You can see ziggles? Damn.
No, squiggles.
No, not Dolph Ziggler. Sadly.
No, not Dolph Ziggler.
Right. You hallucinating too?
You listen.
It's late.
It could be the drugs.
It could be delirium. He's hungry too.
And there's a lot of things going on right now. So
when you're hungry and popped up on cough syrup, anything is possible.
I don't have cough syrup. So I'm gonna check where I go for other facts when where I go for personal life facts when I find them on what's that shit called that I was just on? Wikipedia. Instagram.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So
can I just say really quickly, Shayna Baszler has a receding hairline.
Yes, she does.
Shayna Baszler is Shayna Baszler. That's all I can say.
Honestly, she's a very scary individual, like we've noted on several different occasions.
Yeah.
But that does not. Could it be that her hairline is afraid of her face? Not because she's ugly, because she's one scary individual.
Yes, I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
her hair is running from her, and I understand that.
Her hair is trying to run away like we all are.
If I saw Shayna Baszler in a dark alley, I'm giving her whatever she wants.
I'm running.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Again,
drop your wallet far away and run the other direction.
Again, we've had this conversation. Shayna Baszler kills squirrels with her bare hands.
Well, then I did not know that. Okay,
listen to our last
She's
podcast.
Not serious.
And it's not because she wants to eat the squirrel meat. First of all, do you know how fast you have to be to catch a fucking squirrel?
Why are we talking about this?
Because it's hilarious.
So
you just imagine her twisting the head off of squirrels. It's funny.
She just twists open squirrel necks like we pop caps on soda pops and shit.
Jesus. Jesus.
You're awful people.
which means she's strong enough to snap the neck of a squirrel, but she's fast enough to actually catch the squirrel, which is fucking amazing.
I have no words.
You just did. You said I have no words.
That's really bad for a podcast. Anyway.
We're tired, guys.
I think we're more excited about Clash of Champions now that it's happened.
Yes, absolutely. The show very much exceeded my expectations.
So, those matches didn't happen, possibly because of COVID, possibly because Shayna Baszler was expecting. Can I just say that I think that the women's tag team division was a wonderful idea, but can we just burn it now? Because
yeah, they don't have enough. They put people together that it's basically we don't have people that are doing anything, so we're gonna put them in a team and hope it's big.
Seriously, who the fuck is gonna win the belts now? The Riot Squad?
No.
Every other tag team has just been broken up.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Iconics gone. The Boston Hug Connection, whatever you call it, like the new one, the Role Models of Tomorrow, whatever the fuck, gone. Sky Pirates, whatever you call them, gone. Asuka and Kairi Sane, gone. Like
Nia Jackson, Tamina, gone.
Yep.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Next thing you know,
I have no idea.
Next thing you know, we're gonna stick black and female in WWE right now. You're gonna put a Naomi with
Carmella.
I said black, damn it. They're gonna put
Naomi and Tamina?
No. I said black. What's her name? On Raw. Married to the Street Profit.
Oh, Bianca Belair.
Yeah, they're gonna put Naomi and Bianca Belair together because they're black. I'm calling it now.
Hey, I'm not gonna be mad though.
And they're they're gonna call it Black Girl Magic.
Don't you dare say that.
They're not calling it that. They are not gonna call it that.
They're gonna call it Black Girl Magic, and they're gonna stick a Sasha Banks in there for good measure.
Didn't they already do that? Kind of.
No, it's gonna be called.
It's like 2/3 of Team Bad.
No, it's gonna be called Black Girl Magic. It's gonna have all the black women in there because you know WWE is like right. They have their big toe right on the borderline of acceptable and racist.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, look at the Hurt Business.
Yeah. Well, even though the Hurt Business is like a watered down version, is a watered down version of MVP and Bobby Lashley's stable in TNA, which was way better.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, they have their big toe right on the line between politically correct, like edgy and racist. That's where they ride that shit real hard. To prove my point,
lanes. They're splitting the California highway lanes.
And to prove my point, they have Kira Tozawa running around dressed like a ninja.
Yeah, it's a little wild.
Yeah.
But it's funny as hell.
And that's why I said they have the big toe on the line. So these matches did not happen. Are they going to happen eventually?
Probably.
Who knows?
Eventually.
At some point, yeah. I would imagine so.
Another notable thing to notice about the pay-per-view is there was no Metribution.
No, there was not. Is Retribution kind of running out of steam for you guys?
I feel like Retribution and Raw Underground have the same shelf life and they're about to die at the same time.
Well, Raw Underground's cut off, so.
Although, they have lasted longer than we thought they would. We said, 4 weeks?
Oh, we said 3 weeks and they've lasted 6 weeks.
Yeah, so.
But that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
That's like saying you're gonna die in 3 weeks and it's gonna be painless versus you're gonna die in 6 weeks and it's gonna be extremely painful.
Let it be painless at least.
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, Retribution has a lot of promise.
No, it does not. And we're going to move on. And we're going to move on from that fact because we're tired, and clearly Kirk does not have his the captain does not have his sensibilities about him, because he said Retribution has some promise. Retribution didn't have. They lost all their promise when they started naming people shit like T-Jizz and whatever.
What did you say? Say that again, fam?
I said Retribution lost all their promise when they started naming their members T.Jizz.
At least being better called, or no, never mind. It's not being better called.
Yeah, please don't expand on that. Leave that one alone. Okay, we'll move on.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So what we did get on the show is Drew McIntyre and everybody else versus Randy Orton.
Dude, I swear. Although I guess it kind of protects Orton a little bit. Because he wasn't just beaten by Drew, he was beaten by, everybody under the sun.
It took like 7 people to beat Randy Orton in 2020.
Was it all of no, Triple H wasn't. Wait, was he?
No, Batista wasn't involved either, so it couldn't be all of Revolution.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but Edge and Christian were there.
No, Christian was there. Edge was not.
Oh, that's right. No, Christian was there.
So
who else was there that I missed?
Edge, Big Show, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. That's right. That's right.
So,
by the way,
like,
Shawn looked good.
Shawn has never not looked good. I mean, he was never a body guy, so it's really hard to say he's looking bad.
That's true.
Big Show is looking amazing in 2020.
Oh yeah, dude, he looked incredible. I mean, he's doing the show, so he kind of has to look like TV ready. But like, he looks better than I would say even just like 5-6 years ago when they were doing the J&J Security Authority storyline.
Oh yeah, he lost like a bunch of weight.
Yup.
He looks incredible.
Ric Flair, he always, ever since he was retired by Shawn Michaels, honestly, I feel like there should always be a little bit of animosity between the two of them for that, but that's beside the point. He always kind of looks like he's about to creak over and fall.
Yeah.
Ric Flair looks very rickety.
My man's really just said rickety. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, I'm my vocabulary is immense, sir.
No, I know, but just rickety, the word always makes me laugh.
That's why I said it. So that was.
So wait.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that we're speaking about Gold Rush. Did you guys enjoy the pay-per-view? Because I did.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Which was none, so.
Have not watched it yet.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
So listen,
Not
what happens is my time is at a bit of a premium lately. Things got a little better because I was able to consolidate a lot of things that I do during the week to one day, which is Tuesday. So we had to change our recording day from like Tuesday to Wednesday. But I wait until the clips come out, because I mentioned it before on an episode. I wait until our clips come out so I can see if it's worth watching.
Yeah.
And because like I don't want to sit through a 2-hour show and just at the end of it be like, meh. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's fun when you drink to it.
But then I don't remember the show.
No, you remember the show.
So like I want to make sure that before I watch the whole thing, it's worth my time. So what I'm going to do is I'm for sure going to watch the main event, one of the main events, not the Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton and everybody else. If there were guys, go over to Twitter right now and give us a stable name for Big Show, Edge, Big Show, Christian, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels. What would
Part 2? I said the Union Part 2.
I would call that shit prehistoric. Fucking 8.
Anno Domino?
I honestly don't know what I would call it.
Past our prime.
Age.
Shouldn't be on screen in 2020.
Seasoned.
Seasoned. Grizzled veterans.
Grizzled old veterans.
Grizzled oldies. That sounds bad. Okay.
Listen, your picks will probably be a lot better than ours. So yeah, go ahead and let us know. Anyway, why do we need to protect Randy Orton this much? If he's gonna lose, he's a heel. Heels don't.
They are building to Orton versus Cena.
But this doesn't make sense. Heels don't need protection. Heels need heat. So why don't you lose the match then? As Randy Orton, I have an idea. Let me rebook this. Randy Orton loses the match with no help. And then Drew McIntyre is on his way to his car, and he gets into his car, and guess what? He gets his shit rammed by the fucking ambulance.
Yup.
Then Randy Orton steps out.
And then an RKO on the hood of the car. Easy. Done.
No, how about we just act like he just got T-boned by a fucking truck, pull him out the car. Unless Randy Orton pulls him out through the fucking windshield, which would be amazing.
That'd be dope.
And then gets him halfway out and then hits him with like the draping DT and RKO. Then a punt.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Not only does that give Randy Orton massive heat, but when Drew McIntyre comes back after 2 weeks bandaged up but still beating the actual shit out of Randy Orton, he's going to look like a fucking badass.
That's true.
And they'd already been doing that a little bit on Raw, but do it on like a more massive scale with higher, what's it called?
And for the love of God, give me some blood. Damn it.
Whoa.
And it also gives an excuse for why Roman is going to beat Drew at Survivor Series, because we know that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, come on. Give us something that makes sense. Let's not book to the next week. Let's at least book next month, to the next pay-per-view.
Yup. And the next pay-per-view coming up happens to be TakeOver 31.
What does that have to do with the main roster? I'm talking about the next main roster pay-per-view.
Oh, love it.
Is it Survivor Series?
Yes.
No, Hell in a Cell.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's Hell in a Cell.
But I mean, you can imagine Drew McIntyre wouldn't be all the way. There's going to be some brand warfare. So I'd say let's have Randy Orton fuck him up. Then the whole SmackDown roster come over and fuck him up again, so he's not all the way healed. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
That's what
I don't disagree.
That's what I would do. It makes more sense. I'm cool with the match, protect McIntyre, but I feel like they tried to protect Orton, but Orton doesn't be protected because heel. Heels need heat. I am from the Conan school of thought that heels need fucking heat. Do heels need to win? Not all the fucking time. They need heat? Absolutely. And having Randy Orton dress up in a fake ass night vision goggle retribution outfit to attack the poker hall of old people isn't the heat that we need right now, because they're very minor parts of the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also Randy Orton. You don't need to protect somebody with that name.
You've protected him the whole first half of his career?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's let heels be heels in 2020.
Yes.
Moving right along, let's go to the triple threat ladder match, which was actually won by the heel. I think I probably got this one wrong. No, I think I picked.
No, you said Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. Like you have a baby face, a tweener, and an actual heel. Let's let the actual heel win.
He was also brilliant. The last 5 minutes of that match are brilliant.
Sometimes because he's been off TV for so long, I forget how good of a wrestler Sami Zayn is.
I know, and I'm scared for Jeff Hardy in most of that match.
Oh my god, did you see him fucking handcuff Jeff's ear to the ladder?
That was brilliant.
Dude, I died laughing. God, that was funny.
So my cousin, Daniel, shout out to Daniel. He actually listens to the podcast, all of them. So like, I want him to hear this and be like, shout out. But shout out to cousin Daniel. He sent me a clip and it brought to like my mind that Jeff Hardy is 43.
Wow.
And he's still doing swantons. I mean, he should look 43 for all the crack he done smoked.
Yeah.
Damn.
That one night alone.
Hey, I'm going to keep it brutally honest in my podcast. We don't pull any punches here. We call it as we see it. He's 43. He's still doing absolutely unnecessary shit like swantons through a person through a ladder. Even though the ladder kind of breaks their fall, it still kind of sort of gotta hurt, right?
Yeah. It's also not metal. It's wood.
Oh, so it breaks, right?
Yeah. Have you, I forget which match. I think it's TLC. Which is the one that Kalisto did Salida del Sol through the ladder to the Usos?
That was the metal one, right?
No, it's wood. You can see it. So when the ladder breaks, the camera is on the ladder and you can see like wood grain where it breaks. It's funny as hell.
Oh, it's gimmick the ladder.
Damn, why would you say it's funny as hell?
Because it is.
Because it is.
But my point is this: when you put AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy in the same match, and you see the career growth that AJ Styles has had versus Jeff Hardy, who's still out here trying to do things that he could do in his prime that he doesn't necessarily do well anymore, I honestly don't want to see another botched Whisper in the Wind.
Damn.
Hey, that Whisper in the Wind to AJ was nice though.
So here's the thing. Half of it is you can't do the same things that you could when you were young, and then you're still putting your body in unnecessary risk at 43.
I mean, that's true.
That's true.
Even Matt Hardy had to like change his game up, you know?
AJ pulled out a move that I hadn't seen in a while. That backflip catch into the inverted DDT. That shit's nice.
Yeah, but you don't see AJ Styles out here Fonsbury flopping or still hitting spiral taps at like 45. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
as much as I would love to see the spiral tap one final time, it's not necessary.
But let the young guy let Ali hit a spiral.
Now that would be awesome.
Yup.
Let Swerve hit a spiral tap. Why does this old man need to do that? I mean, I love all the aspects of the character that New Japan gave AJ Styles.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my favorite version of AJ Styles, by the way.
So, like, the product is changing, and just because you jump off of shit, it doesn't make you a huge babyface, because everybody does that now.
Yeah, but with Jeff, I think it gives off of like a different vibe.
I don't care. You have Dijakovic and Keith Lee out here pulling 500-pound Spanish flies. That's not as impressive as Jeff Hardy's old ass throwing himself off a ladder.
Damn. Damn.
Oh my God.
When you see a 500-pound man and a 200-pound man do a perfectly timed backflip at the same time, it doesn't. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, Jeff Hardy's old ass is just going to like do the thing where he kind of just tumbles over and he does like a half of a backflip or a front flip and he just lands on his shoulders. That's not impressing me anymore.
Right.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
I wish somebody would tell me I'm wrong. Like, the twist of fate doesn't do it for me anymore either, but Matt Hardy has changed his character so much you don't care that he has a garbage move.
Yeah. But anyway, very glad that Sami Zayn won.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, what else? Was it Styles who, like, Sami Zayn was at the top and he used the weight of the ladder to throw itself over before he could get up there? That was kind of cool.
That was Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, it was that was Hardy
Hardy
with the when it was attached to his ear.
Yeah, that was very cool. I liked that a lot. Because, I mean, it kind of gives a dynamic of trying whatever, even if it might be futile, which I think is a kind of nice thing to have in a ladder match.
Like, it also could have ripped the ear off the side of his face.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Jeff Hardy's tumble out, like, with the ladder to the outside of the ring? That could have gone very poorly. Did you see, like, I think it was his right arm was, like, almost trapped between the rungs behind his head. And, like, if he had left his arm in a certain way, he could have, like, very easily dislocated his arm or broken his arm.
Yeah,
it was
and that's why that's why Jeff Hardy doesn't need to do dumb shit anymore. Speaking of dumb shit we don't need to do anymore. No, that's actually a terrible segue. I'm sorry. That was a segue. I apologize.
Hey, you know what? You were batting 1,000 beforehand. You're only batting like an 890 now. You're fine.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But now that we're talking about other things, let's talk about Anchor. Let's put an ad right here. Let's get some more of that sweet monetization dollar. We'll be right back with Bobby Lashley and Uha Nation. What's his name now?
Apollo.
No.
Apollo. Yeah, Apollo. Sorry.
Uha Nation.
Hey, Uha Nation's a better name.
Yeah, that's true.
So, right back with two big sweaty black guys fighting for the belt named after a country that never really gave a fuck about us. Hey guys, here's Anchor. And we're back really quickly. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj and husband what's that guy's name? He's not famous for anything. But I just want to Kenneth Petty. His last name is Petty. Oh my God! If I had the last name Petty, life would be amazing.
You'd be even more petty than you are now.
I'd be king of the world. But congratulations to Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. They just welcomed their first child into the world. Even though I would have to question whatever world that they welcome their child into. Fucking people pretend that they have a disease that dialysis for you to get somebody out.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Also, wow. Yeah, they cast a black actress as Tinkerbell in the live act version of Peter Pan.
Wow.
Yes, they did.
White people, I mean, not Kirk, not Captain, obviously, because he's cool. He's an ally. Captain is a fucking ally. But white people all over the place are going to be upset.
Yeah, and see, here's my thing. It's a fictional character. Why do you care?
Because they were white first.
Oh no! I'm shaking in my boots.
I mean, if no one was as outraged when they made the Immortal One a woman, a bald-headed white woman. So yeah,
I mean, there was a little bit.
A tiny.
But in the end, Tilda Swinton is an excellent actress. So,
can you imagine Jet Li playing the Immortal One?
Huh.
That'd be kind of funny.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm a terrible person.
Bobby Lashley and Uha Nation. What is he called now?
Apollo Crews. Man.
Well, I mean, first he was Apollo, and then he was Apollo Crews, and he was Apollo, then he was Crews. Now he's Apollo Crews again.
Yeah.
So I might as well call him by his real name and not his slave name.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so before people hit me with the racial undertones, people call their WWE name, their slave name.
Because I can't believe you called it that.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I heard it from somewhere else. I mean,
other people do it first, though.
Yeah, it's not my fucking fault.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Reusing language.
Yeah, WWE is a fucking terrible language. Terrible place to work.
Terrible.
Got to put Roman over strong. Anyway, what did you guys think about?
Mm-hmm.
It is so far the weakest of the matches they've had, in my opinion.
This is what happens when you burn the feud out, bring it to a
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why Ricochet was there. I mean, I know they have kind of a thing, but he didn't need to be there.
I mean, Ricochet. I'm happy Ricochet got a piece of a paycheck.
Yeah, that's true. But although Apollo's going to be a part of that Hurt business soon, in my opinion.
Why do you need 5 people in a faction? This isn't Dark Order.
I don't know, man. It might happen.
Why? Why does it need to happen?
Well, here's the thing. I believe that the Hurt business could be something like, of course, I'm not expecting it to be the NWO or the Dark Order, but at least something maybe it has 5 or 6 members in it. I don't know.
Why do we need 5 or 6?
To be dominant, man. To be a dominant faction in WWE. We already have that quote unquote not main roster in NXT with the Undisputed Era, who has 4. But I don't know. I just see.
But do they need 6 to do it though?
So it's a numbers thing versus people who actually like work well as a heel.
Well, it's better than Retribution's numbers.
Retribution isn't going to be a thing in.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they're building to one Survivor Series match, and that's it.
Yeah, sadly they're not like.
That's sad. Like we can't have some kind of long-term story with something interesting. Like fucking.
Well, everything with Retribution happened too fast. So
it's just depressing.
So here's the thing. Long-term stories are real cool, but sometimes the story gets too long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's a delicate balance for sure.
Like Kenny Omega and Hangman Page was borderline too long.
Right.
Yes. It was getting very close to, all right, are they going to fucking do this?
Whatever story they're telling with Moxley as champ is too long.
It's too long.
Right.
Too long.
And so they could book it longer, but you're having him lose to the only people we can see take the belt off of him. So it should have beaten MJF, but Cage?
Yeah, I don't know.
Archer?
Wait, but I have a question then. Who do you see taking the title off of Mox? Because I thought Brody Lee was.
Omega.
This is not the episode.
Oh, listen. Let's be real. Omega's gonna take the belt off of Mox.
But that was an unsanctioned match. Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Page. One or the other.
I wanted Page as champ for a long time. I feel like he's perfect.
I do too.
And Page might take it off of Omega, but not going to take it off of Mox.
I don't know. I just hope they don't stop the Asuka deal and have him retire, quote unquote, from AEW with the championship.
Nah, it's too early in the promotion to do that.
I think Cody needs a run with it. Oh, got a nice little echo in here. Anyway, Cody can't win it, but like it's wrestling, so fuck it. Wrong episode. So this was the weakest match seen between Bobby Lashley and Uhaa Nation. I think they just need to let the whole thing die, and I think that whatever they're doing with Retribution is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But Retribution can't have like a 24 stable.
Right.
That's just not.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, but it's also not interesting. So
Right. So we had another match. We had a couple. Asuka was involved in 2 matches. So tell me she's not the MVP of WWE.
she has been for a while.
No one is ready for Asuka.
Nope, not Selena Vega in the pre-show.
Yeah, that was.
Just the fact it was on the pre-show, I think is disrespectful to the women's division.
I 100%. That's bullshit.
I disagree.
What? Top Guy match supposed to be eye to eye, coordination.
And here's why I disagree. If you want to end the disrespect towards certain match card, have no matches on the pre-show.
Why even have a show?
So here's the thing. I think we should go back to the days of old and show all of. We need to make video packages for every match and then show every lesser match video package on the pre-show.
I like that.
Because that's how they used to do it. And it was one person. It wasn't 5 fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay with a pre-show, but like, I don't know. I guess in this kind of scenario where they were doing every match is supposed to be a title match thing, then you kind of can't.
So here's what
somebody's gonna get crushed. That's the word.
Crushed.
Jesus.
Yes. Here's what I don't like. We all know wrestling is fake. I hate wrestling pre-shows because they try to make it like it's an actual fucking sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't watch wrestling for the sports aspect of wrestling. We watch wrestling for the story. We watch wrestling for entrances. We watch wrestling for cool moves and finishers. Everything between that is fucking filler. And I am quoting that directly from Adam Blampied.
I mean, he's not completely wrong. I would say it depends on the viewer, but
like no regular fan watches wrestling for wrestling psychology.
Well, right. Yeah, that's true.
Because what am I going to do? Go to work and use my wrestling psychology against the old people? Complain about me today? Guys, a blind man made a complaint against me today. Daredevil said I wasn't answering his fucking questions. Fuck you, sir.
Is this a real story?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta tell it after this.
No, fuck it, I'm gonna tell it right now. So,
do it.
So we're trying to get old people to know that the app that my job uses is updated. Most of these old people don't know what the fuck an app is. Like this Russian lady called me the other day and was like, "Yeah, I got an email about an app." I'm like, "Excuse me." I got an email about an app. Okay, wait. It's an app.
An app. So,
as in application.
App. Not app. App.
We got an app, people. An app.
So this guy is like, I'm blind and I've been paying mail. I've been mailing my payment in. Is there any other way I can do it? I'm like, yeah. Can I pay over the phone? I said, you can pay over the phone with the application. And then he says, so if I pay quarterly over the phone with the application, how do I pay? Bitch, over the phone, over the fucking phone, use the fucking app.
Jesus.
And I'm like, I said, I'm not understanding your question. Like, let me talk to someone else. And first rule of phone customer service is somebody pisses you off, put them on hold.
I feel like that should just be a slogan. Use the fucking app.
Put it on a t-shirt. We're going to sell it. But I put him on hold and I'm trying to explain to my coworkers what's going on. And he hangs up and he calls back in like 10 minutes.
Oh my Lord.
And it looks like from his calls, he's a problem person. And every time he calls, I speak with my supervisor. Like directly to the supervisor.
That's gotta be annoying for the supervisor. After a while, you're just like...
The supervisor doesn't take any calls. The supervisor just supervises. But
Right, but I mean, when there's like complaints up and down, you have to constantly deal with the same person.
Yeah, but I mean, they're a tough cookie to crack.
Yo,
So it's like, can I speak to supervisor? You're already here, bitch.
damn.
I wish I had some pasta.
And that was what we call story time with Jay.
Oh yeah, no, these are amazing. The last one was amazing.
Oh, the last story that
Yes.
we told last time? Jeez.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's pretty dope.
So funny.
So yeah, we don't need a pre-show anymore.
Agreed.
God, I hope so.
Like, give us a pre-show for. If you're gonna do it, don't do it in the ground. So if you're gonna do a pre-show, give me a pre-show for the Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and not even SummerSlam.
All right.
Because out of those three, with the stakes that come with those matches, SummerSlam is fourth. So SummerSlam isn't that damn important.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, just give us pre-shows, Booker T and Coachman and that one guy. Yeah, let's do that 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yo.
Just because they're under contract doesn't mean you have to every month. I'm a fucking break.
And like to have them do, I don't know, like off-air analysis type segments or some shit.
Right. So if we're gonna give 4, let's have pre-shows at WrestleMania, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and Takeover Brooklyn.
Right.
They're like
Sure.
the WrestleMania equivalent to Takeover.
Right.
Not for every show. It just gets
100% agreed. Anyway, what's the next match?
Bailey had an open challenge. Asuka came out, tried to answer the open challenge, and it was interrupted by Bailey.
Sasha Banks, you mean?
Sasha Banks?
Fuck no, Bailey interrupted Bailey because Bailey and Bailey are gonna challenge Charlotte and Charlotte in Charlotte with Good Charlotte playing
Charlotte.
and Charlotte's Web on Titan.
But shout out to Good Charlotte. They're actually a good band.
They are good.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
Hey, for
Doesn't like the
So yeah, it was interrupted by Sasha Banks. I'm sorry for saying Bailey, but I mean we're talking about Bailey anyway. So it was interrupted by one Sasha Banks. We're going full. I don't think this match should have suffered for that.
I think Asuka was the wrong person to answer the challenge.
Who would you have had it though?
Nia Jax.
No.
No, I would have had Nia Jax answer the challenge so she's on the show.
That's true. Or maybe, I mean, of course, I don't think it's possible, but I think a returning Ember Moon would have been nice.
No,
yeah,
okay.
but isn't she retired basically at this point?
I think so, yeah.
So Melina would have been dope.
Yeah.
Mickey James would have been dope. Just not
I would have
Asuka.
liked Mickey James.
Camille would have been better.
Camille is currently signed to NWA.
I know, but that would have been just
so
saying.
I think a backstage beatdown would have sufficed, or a pull apart brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Carmella or something.
And like let's have Sasha Banks do something. Let's have Sasha Banks do something dope, like put Bailey's head through a Thunderdome screen.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's use let's not treat these fucking screens like they're fans, use them to hurt people.
Wow. Holy shit.
I'm trying to make a stale product more entertaining. I'm sorry if
That's just funny.
If you are offended by the things that I say, but the product is really bad.
We also don't really care. And if you're offended, you can go ahead and email your responses to we don't care about your opinion @gmail.com.
No. You can just add us on Twitter, and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Damn.
Well, I mean, because it's subjective.
It's true.
Who are you? Who are you to tell me that I'm wrong because I have a podcast? I just so happen to have the ability to put out a pretty decent sounding podcast. Kirk was telling me earlier, and you listen to it. So, like, if you want to have your opinions recognized, and make your own fucking podcast. Don't sit there and be like, I don't think you guys are right. No, I don't give a fuck.
You're so wrong. Like, WWE is like so great right now, and like the women's division is amazing, and like I eat glue.
That was the most spot on.
And because it tastes good.
That's what I imagine certain members of the internet wrestling community sounding like while they're they're typing out this fucking essay on Twitter.
Oh. It's like, AEW is the greatest thing of all time.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, more glue.
I don't see any problem with Murphy talking to Rey Mysterio's youngest daughter.
A lot of people are having a problem with that.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's controversial.
It's not controversial because she is grown.
She's legal.
She is legal AF.
Murphy is 36, I believe.
32.
32, and Aliyah is 19.
Listen, okay.
Wait.
Listen, that's one grown ass person to another grown ass person. Grant is 19, old enough to make these sort of decisions. It was someone that much older than you? No. Is that any of your fucking business? No.
I don't know. We don't know anymore.
And wait a minute, guys. Remember, I need you to remember one thing.
What's that?
Important.
Yes.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Wrestling is not
real. No way.
I'm shooketh.
Oh, you shook me.
Front page of Sportskeeda. Wrestling is fake.
Listen, do cringy things happen in wrestling all the fucking time?
Yes.
All the time.
Again, we say I just said it earlier. WWE keeps its big toe on like the line of fucked up and politically correct.
Sometimes they go way the fuck over it.
And then they slowly drag that big toe back.
Oh, well, I meant sometimes they play hopscotch and go all the way to the other end.
But it makes you watch TV. And honestly, if it's getting a reaction like that out of you, maybe you should sit here and think, I think that might be what it's supposed to do.
'Tis true. It's very true.
I mean, is a 19-year-old dealing with a 32-year-old little cringy? Absolutely. But,
a little bit.
But, I mean, when do you watch TV to make you feel secure? I mean, if you want to go ahead and watch Teletubbies, it's fine. You do you. If you want to feel secure watching TV, go watch Sesame Street. We're tired of this bitch-ass wrestling product. Give us some fucking blood.
Why ain't that the truth? And AEW is no fucking better. I don't want to hear the AEW mark saying, watch AEW.
Listen,
it's so much
AEW, people in AEW can't, like, pick up gimmicked objects correctly. So why would I want to watch that product?
Yo.
I need you to say something else besides yup, Mike. Your review's coming up.
Okay, fine. I think that AEW is not that bad. Boom.
Your review's coming up, and your review's coming up, and you're sounding real Lesnar-y on me.
Oh no! Oh, don't compare me to that Lesnar.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you're coming up, buddy. We're gonna have to have
Your review.
Top
Does
guy
Top Guy Management
represent.
Top Guy Management Group have internal reviews?
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah, for Wi-Fi.
Of
What the
course,
fuck
we
does
do.
Wi-Fi have? What the fuck does Wi-Fi have to do?
I don't know. This is why
I
we
don't
need. This is why we need a review. That comment right there is why we need a review.
Yeah.
Was that every match on the card? We had tag team matches, guys.
Did we?
Yeah.
Lucha House Party is trash.
No, they are not. They are just used terribly. Shocker.
No, like everyone that makes it to WWE is pretty great. It's WWE. It's two old men trying to connect with an audience that they're like, what is a 18 to 27?
18 to 27.
No, that's
What?
so it's two old men trying to connect with 18 to 22-year-olds.
I mean,
Are you talking about Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon?
Kevin Dunn does not make any show decisions. Kevin Dunn does not make any like script decision.
mhm.
Okay, about to say, like, he controls how the product looks, so that's a little bit on his end.
Yeah, but he can't sit. Here's what we blame Kevin Dunn for. I blame Kevin Dunn for making you look at what's that man name? Roman Reigns so long when AJ Styles was coming up. So everyone else popped. But I didn't.
I blame Kevin Dunn for that stupid "This Is Your Life" by Bayley.
Oh my god.
That was not his fault.
That was
that was not his fault. You cannot blame Kevin Dunn for that.
Can I blame Kevin Dunn for the horrible finish at Hell in a Cell 2019?
well, no, that one can kind of go onto him because he controls cameras and lighting decisions and such.
Oh,
That is.
Hell in a Cell too.
But that wasn't. I don't think that was his decision. That was more of a Vince McMahon decision because they want to make the Fiend look menacing as possible, and the lighting effect really makes it look like he doesn't have a mask on, but look like that's his real face.
Yeah.
But then nobody can see, and Kevin Dunn should be the person that's like, hey, this doesn't really come through on the camera very well.
Kevin Dunn does not give. Listen,
in the thing.
If you have not figured this out by now, Kevin Dunn does not give a fuck about the product, and he hasn't given a fuck about the product for a long time. They probably pay him so much to not give a fuck about the product. So don't sit here and be like, well, he should have said something. Why? You go challenge Vince McMahon. You do it.
I'll challenge him for that stupid $1 million tough enough that happened.
But you're not tough. And it's
Vince
never enough.
Kind of scares me.
But Mike,
Mike,
you're not tough, and it's never enough.
Not even for $1 million.
Stop. That was bad. Stop.
That was great. Anyway.
That was no, what the fuck?
Listen, one day you're going to appreciate that for the gem it was. But until then, guys, we had some tag team matches, and like honestly, I'm not even going to bother commenting on WWE's tag team division when we have a perfect good AEW and even a TNA over here.
It's true. It's so true.
The best things about WWE tag team division are doing single shit right now, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like the Usos and singles
and the New Day.
Yeah,
and the New Day.
But Big E's gonna break up the New Day. That's my theory.
I would be okay with this
because he's gonna.
I think it needs to be Kofi.
But Kofi has a heel. I don't see that though.
That's why it's great because you don't see it coming.
I mean, it's same kind of vein as like Daniel Bryan.
Well, no, but Daniel Bryan was a heel back in ROH, though.
Yeah, but how many people knew of Ring of Honor while he was actually there? 10.
That's right. True. Yeah.
And they all traded tapes.
Yeah, like that's about it.
Yeah.
Like the wrestlers knew about it. The general public really didn't. WWE dominated the airways for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So more like 15.
Stick Kofi with Naomi.
Oh.
Because Naomi's a pretty good heel talker.
Yeah.
Naomi is excellent at everything.
So stick it with Naomi and just like tell the story of how the WWE machine never got behind black people or whatever.
Get some MVP talk in there.
That'll get you booed because every time someone points out the fact that WWE is racially insensitive, everyone's like, boo, because they still want to run programs like, yeah, you're fucking American disgusting. And everybody's like, boo. And then the American hero comes out and everybody's like, yay, kick his ass, John Cena.
Sergeant Slaughter is the best.
Until he isn't. Guys, that is all for right now. This has been another wonderful episode of the Second Turnbuckle podcast. If you feel like supporting, please share the podcast with all your wrestling friends. I know you know some people who watch wrestling. Share it.
Share it on Twitter, Instagram, wherever.
That means you too.
I share it? What do you mean?
That's a part of your review. A part of your review. You've shared it
Part of your review.
Fine. Jeez.
And real quick before we exit off, once again, shout outs to Hoboken, New Jersey, and anybody who continues.
Actually, listen, Hoboken, let me talk to you. Hoboken, you're slipping. Hoboken is still number one, but the margin between California, Hoboken, and Virginia is closing very fast.
Wow. Hoboken, come on, guys. Keep it up.
I don't even know
about this. Hey, everybody that's listening right now that's from Hoboken, New Jersey, if you get one person, just one of your friends that doesn't listen to the podcast currently to listen to the podcast, your representation immediately doubles.
That's true.
Immediately. Yeah.
And that goes the same for Virginia and California. We're going to have a three-way race for who has the most listeners.
Well, Virginia's way in the back with 10, but right now, neck and neck is 40%. It's 40% in Hoboken, New Jersey, and then 34% in most of Southern California.
It's pretty nice. I'm good with that.
Oh no, I'm amazed. We finally have some listeners in Los Angeles and Burbank. That's fucking amazing.
Yo, that's dope. Are we gonna do something special for 500 plays as a milestone soon?
Yeah, we might as well, even though we've already passed 500. We're actually looking at 532 right now.
That's nice.
Nice.
But we're going to do something special when we figure out what it is. We'll probably have like a 500 episode quiz. We'll have someone very special come in and host it.
Oh, I didn't know it was that special.
But in what?
I just said, oh, I didn't know it was that special.
God,
kick him.
Your review was fucking terrible. Oh, God.
Kick him. No, I'm kidding.
Well, guys.
Wait.
What?
Do predictions? Were we going to do predictions for TakeOver?
Do we have time?
We don't have time for that.
Okay, we'll do that next episode.
No, we
can
won't.
do it real quick on... I could just throw something up on Twitter.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a post. There's too much wrestling to deal with right now. TNA's having a thing on Saturday too. It's way too much. I'm so hungry. I feel like I'm gonna die.
Go get yourself some food, man. Let's wrap this up.
All right. So, Mike, be quiet. You're bringing things up.
Okay, my bad.
Anyway, guys, listen, it's October. It's spoopy season. We're almost out of 2020. This does not give you any permission to be a dick. Still, please be kind to your fellow human being. You never know what someone is going through. Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Survive 2020.
Survive 2020 and possibly into 2021 because I'm looking at the presidential debate and I'm kind of nervous.
Me too.
It's got me clenched. And I'm not talking about my fist, gentlemen. All right. Have a good evening. I'm going to get some food.
All right. Peace.
You just finished listening to another fantastic episode of the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast. If you liked what you heard, go ahead and give us a follow on Anchor and favorite the podcast so you'll have an in-app notification when we upload. We're everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Anchor does it all for us so you guys get the content you want as quick as can be, with episodes like our review of Undertaker's The Last Ride, which don't end up on YouTube. Anchor exclusive. We upload to podcast distributions a day before YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and give us a subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Follow us on Twitter at OG_STP, everything capital, on Instagram at OGSTP, everything lowercase, and on Facebook, just search the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast, and we'll be there for anything you may want to discuss on social media. Thanks you guys for listening. This is Captain, signing off.